and I'm back with another house review. And this is on the house of Nishane. Now I only have 2 full bottles of Nishane, but I have a bunch of, well, 5 other samples or decants from the house. And this house is impressive. And I'll just briefly touch on my 2 full bottles because I've done reviews on them coming up. So my 2 full bottles are Ani and 100 Silent Ways. And Ani is this amazing vanilla ginger perfume that I adore. And 100 Silent Ways is this vanilla white floral nectar kind of a perfume that I'm crazy about. These 2 will definitely both be included in the Battle of the Vanillas. I'll be doing round 1. It won't be these guys. I've already got it kind of all sectioned up how I want to battle them all out. And the victor of every battle will go up against the next 2. I have so many. I was only going to do it 2 at a time, but I'm going to do it 3 at a time because I have too many. So each video will be a trifecta vanilla battles, if you will. But these aren't in the first. These are one of the last because they're some of my latest acquisitions and some of the latest ones that I fell in love with. So that's why these and Stefan Humbert Lucas 777, 2 from that house, are also going to be a little later on in some of the later battles because I had already sectioned everybody up. So gorgeous perfumes. Performance is great. Very unisex. I think they're incredibly good. And I would love to smell these on a man. So don't let the vanilla and any of the gourmandy, florally notes put you off, guys. So these would attract significant others or just, one-night stands. So good stuff, really good stuff. So now I'm going to get into the decants and samples, and I'll kind of let you know if I plan on buying a full bottle or not. So the first one I'm going to talk about is Zenze, Z-E-N-N-E. As you can tell, I'm almost done with this sample, almost. And I really like this one. This is vanilla and black currant, and there's some citrus in there, and some rhubarb and ambergris, and some florals, and some sandalwood and musk. And the only reason I haven't popped for a full bottle of this one is because in the dry down, the musk and the rhubarb and the citrus, and I think even the black currant, have a little battle of their own. And I don't find them to be as well blended and as well composed as some of the other fairs from Nishane. So I'm just not sure. It's one I'm definitely on the fence about, but I love the top and the middle of it. Yeah, but it does get a pretty intense musk smell after a little while. Performance is good on this. It's like 6 hours, I think, every time I've worn it. I've gotten 4 to 6, depending on the temperature I'm in. And completely unisex. But I don't find the vanilla in Zen to be as good as the vanillas and the combination and the blending of Ani or 100 Silent Ways. I mean, it's not even in the same dimension. So, all right, Zen. Next. So the next one is, I just have a sample, dabber sample, and that's Oolong Cha. This one I really like. Like I've talked about in a couple of other videos, I am really getting into tea fragrances, and this is a beautiful tea fragrance. I really, really like this one. I will probably end up with a full bottle of this one. So it's tea and bergamot and lychee and fig and orange and mandarin and some musk and nutmeg. And I do wish there was a hint more lychee in there. There is a little bit. And if you're not familiar with lychee, in Hawaii they call it rambutan, but it's the same thing. as lychee. And it has the texture and the taste and aroma, in my opinion anyway, kind of like a cross between a grape and a pear. Probably a little closer to the pear as far as fragrance goes. Probably. A little grapey though. So when you get a true lychee note in a perfume, I am whacked out crazy on the floor, gasping for air because I have just had a seizure of epic proportion because I am so whack nut crazy about that perfume. Wow, that was dramatic. Oh, I'm really getting into tea fragrances, and this is the right time of year to do it. See, part of the Pacific Northwest that I'm in, it's really crappy the last few days. A lot of storm, thunder, wind, rain, just kind of icky. So I'm enjoying wearing some of my winter perfumes and fall perfumes for a slightly more extended period of time than I had anticipated. But I'm ready. I'm ready to go for the spring, summer, freshy tea perfumes. This is beautiful. And it lasts, you know, okay. It was probably 4 or 5 hours, you know, so I'd probably decant it if I was going to be gone for very long and take some with me because I adore it. And it will never, it's one of those that you can spray mindlessly on because it would never be something that would offend anybody, or it wouldn't be something that would bloom and become too cloying or sweet or stagnant or anything in the heat. It would just create this beautiful ethereal cloud. And I can't imagine anybody having any kind of offense to it. So it'd be great for daytime, but it's pretty enough that I would wear it going out to dinner or something like that. But I do think tea fragrances tend to lend themselves more to daytime wear. Gorgeous stuff. I really, really like this one. And I'm going to be getting a bottle of this one. So that's Oolong Cha. Next. Now the next one I'm on the fence about, and that's Vain and Naive. I really thought I was going to love this one, but I'm not there yet. There's a potential it's a slow burner. So I'm still working with it, and I've got a nice size decant. And speaking of which, these all came from Citizen-70. I'll put a link again. I've linked him to my review on 100 Silent Ways. He's got an eBay store that gives you authentic samples and decants, mostly decants, good prices. He's super generous. He communicates really well. And I will be going back to him for more perfumes. So I'm just going to let him know, keep those perfumes coming into his eBay store. So, because I will be back. He's a wonderful, wonderful guy. And like I said, authentic perfumes, really good prices. He's a very generous, great communication. And that's Citizen-70 on eBay. That's where I got all of my my Nishane decants. And he threw in Zen, I think, for free, just because. He just threw it in. And so, but my Oolong Cha, I think, came from Lucky Scent. So anyway, Vain and Naive, it's raspberry, plum, rose, tonka, sandalwood, some white florals, some woods, some citruses, amber, benzoin, some musk, patchouli. And I'm really on the fence about it. It's like listening to somebody sing a brand new song. The beats are good. You like the way the voice sounds. The music sounds good. You like the lyrics. You're really getting into it. You're getting into that song. You're waiting for the crescendo of the chorus, and it never comes. And you are left wanting. It's kind of Vain and Naive for me right now. I keep waiting for that crescendo. It's like, oh, here you come. Here you come. It's building up, building up, building up. Wah, wah. So I'm not there yet. I don't know if I will get there with Vain and Naive. It, on paper, looks amazing. And it does smell really good in different stages of it. But it just doesn't have the wow factor. And there is a stage in there that I find kind of tart and musky. And it's not my favorite. It doesn't last long. But because of all those components put together, I'm not sure I will get it. I might just stick with decants. But it is really pretty. So I'm going to work with it some more because, again, got a big decant. So no rush. All right. And it lasts, 5-6 hours. Very unisex, even with all the berries and the fruity notes and all of that. It's still very unisex. And I think you could wear it year-round, honestly. I don't know. It's so kind of tame. And there's almost this kind of fruity baby powderish note in there once it dries down. Expensive baby powder, but baby powder nonetheless. And I'm just not sure. I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll work with it more. So it's a maybe. Definite maybe. All right. Next. So the next one, I really thought I was going to go whack-nut kookadoo over. And I did for about the first 30 minutes. And then it took a turn. And that's Passion Choco or Passion Choco. Oh, that opening is so good. It's so good. It's chocolate and fig and coffee and vanilla, and there's some orchids and benzoin and musk and some spices and patchouli and some citrus, and I think there's some linden in there. When you first spray this, now everybody here has said the coffee, the fig, and the cocoa or the chocolate is the main notes. And I'm not sure. Chocolate, definitely. It's a sweet, God, I gotta put some on. That opening. It's a beautiful, sweet, not milk chocolate. It's a floral chocolate is kind of what I get. Yes, it's slightly fruity floral chocolate at the beginning, but I'm crazy about that stage. Oh my God, it's good. Oh. And then weirdness happens. I don't know about anybody else, but the musk and the citruses and the patchouli and the coriander, I think there's coriander in there, and the linden start coming to the forefront. And it turns it into this kind of odd, it's not gourmand. It's almost like if you were to take a really good, expensive barbershop perfume in a perfume concentration, not cologne, and add a chocolate note to it. That's kind of what I get. In fact, it kind of blew my mind because there was about hour into it, it smelled like Sushi Imperial by Boys 1920. Weird. I know. Sushi Imperial. Weird. I'm not saying just like it. It just reminded me of it. Because Sushi Imperial is this gorgeous, I find it very aromatic and sweet and citrusy. And it's just delightful. And this one becomes and you wouldn't think about the notes with chocolate and coffee, and there's orchids and vanilla and coriander and benzoin and, all of that it would become really light and not quite fougere-ish, but almost. It's so interesting. I'm just not sure if I'm going to buy a full bottle or not. See, it's already starting to, oh Man, I really do love that though. I'm probably going to end up with a full bottle of Passion Choco because I really do love it. Even, I guess it's because, you know, when you hear the name and you see chocolate as the dominant note, you're thinking gourmand, especially with the coffee and the vanilla in there, and it is not gourmand. So put that out of your head right now because it's not. When you first spray it, it gives this facade like it's going to be a gourmand, and then it totally whips off its mask and you are left with somebody completely different. Huge transformation, huge, and I love it. Now that I've kind of taken out my expectations of the perfume, I'm enjoying it more because when you put expectations on a perfume, you're the only one that's going to be disappointed because it ain't going to give a shit. Yeah, I really like that. Yeah, I'm going to probably end up with it. And it's super, super unisex. In fact, I think a lot of women, like myself, because, you know, I am a woman. Yes, it's true. I am. So I think that women could potentially be more disappointed than men in this one. Because I think like me, they might think, oh, it's going to be gourmand. It's going to make me edible. And it does not. It makes you sexy, but not necessarily edible. And I don't know. I don't know if it's a sexy perfume or not. But it is one that I think you could have in your rotation daily. I think it's one that you could wear daytime to work. After you give it that gourmand note, you know, 20, 30 minutes to settle down a little bit, it would be totally appropriate. It can kind of bloom in the heat. So I usually only do like one spray when it's been in the 70s outside. And it's done fine. I probably could have gone 2 sprays, no problem. I'm just always cautious in the heat because I've had perfumes bloom and I've almost suffocated many a friend and stranger. So I am more cautious these days. And it's gorgeous. It is gorgeous. I love this stuff. Yeah, I'm probably going to end up with a bottle of it. Yup. Yup. All right, so next. So the last one is Fan Your Flames. And I do know this one tends to be fairly popular on Fragrantica anyway. I don't know if it is in Fragcom. But this one, I love, but it doesn't touch Ani and 100 Silent Ways as of yet. It's about the same level as Passion Coco. And it's coconut, tobacco, some boozy notes, some woody notes, tonka, and oak moss. And this to me is a very smoky, woody. It's like you're sitting at a campfire smoking a sweet tobacco in a pipe tobacco. Maybe drinking a little cognac. And that's it. I mean, I seriously only get some sweet pipe tobacco. I don't get coconut. Isn't that weird? I think I'm interpreting the sweet tobacco as just, you know, that's the coconut is making the tobacco sweet. It's just sweet pipe tobacco, some boozy notes, and like campfire. Oh. And I do get a bit of the oak moss. Oak moss for me adds this, if it's strong, this weird powderiness, like a green powderiness to a perfume. And that can put me off. But that does make it, when you add that to the woods and all the other notes, that does, I think, add to that smoky effect that I feel it has. With a name like Fan Your Flames, I can't be far off. Oh, it is really nice. I will probably end up with a bottle of Fan Your Flames. I just will. I think this is one my husband will like. I don't know why. It's not a big gourmandy vanilla one, but ooh, maybe I'll put this in his collection, and oh shit, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to stick this in his box and let him wear it. See what happens. Damn, I'm smart. Damn, I'm glad I have a good husband that doesn't mind being my fragrant guinea pig. So anyway, it's very unisex. I think some women might find it a little on the masculine side. Please don't let that make you worry, because it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And it performs really well for me. It's like, I'd say 7-8 hours. I think you could wear this year round, because I'm used to smelling campfires in the summertime, spring and summer, when we go camping. So to me, it's very appropriate, but at the same time, it could be interpreted as a fireplace fire, you know, with real wood on the fire, kind of an aroma as well. So it'd be totally appropriate for winter and fall. Very versatile. Gorgeous. So, all right. Well, that was kind of a quickie house review of Nishane. 100 Silent Ways in Ani. I've already done those. I'll try to remember to put a link. And don't forget Citizen-70's store on eBay if you want to try some of these. Really good store. You can trust them. So, okay. All right. I hope everybody takes care and use your own nose. I'll see you soon. Peace.